last year. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
It's a gain of 18. And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That's it. What is it?
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
As we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Newton and Olsen here with a connection. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
Yeah, Greg, Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries, but when healthy.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jarius Wright there to make the grab. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. This is caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Rolling to his right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Newton. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a 1st, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Forced out to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Bud Dupree providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. This is taken at the 23. Skirts by him at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
On second down, Samuels. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Play action, it's Newton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Newton. Wide open receiver complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Newton now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Running to start the drive is Samuels. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's the backup Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Rudolph looking to throw. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter, so get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell, 47 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Greer now on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Greer dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for the Panthers.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Greer now. After the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Greer. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, 32 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Go now. 70, Indy.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Greer. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Go. 50, play.
First down and goal to go.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Fresh off the pick six, it's Rudolph. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Fighting him off. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Rudolph. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So second in inches after that first down completion, went just shy of the marker. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And that takes us from second to third down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, he would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
On first and 10, Greer. Flush to his right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now second and 7 from the 23. Now it's Greer. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on third down, Greer. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Set. 10 logo. 56. 6'6", bullet time, fire.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Greer, airing it out for Olsen. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before the break. Greer, he wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Rudolph. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rudolph. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rudolph. This is Johnson. He's got it.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Samuels. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Greer sets to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Starting the drive was Snell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From just shy of midfield, Rudolph. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go with Snell here on first down. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. So now second half, week 4 of the preseason, all the starters, they departed after one quarter. Some folks may call this garbage time, but don't tell that to the guys that are out there now.
No, I would agree with that totally because there's still jobs to be won.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 20.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw, Greer. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. From the 2 now. Second and goal. They'll run with Scarlett. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. There's the stiff arm. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now Greer, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the outlet away and bring up second down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the whip. Let's go.
Here's Samuels. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Now come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Ready?
Draw play, and it's Snell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Rudolph. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes, right side. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Panthers in for the score.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rudolph looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the air, Rudolph. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rudolph. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Ready, ready! 60 or 56. Hey, defense, let's go!
On first down, it's Rudolph. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll run on first down. Samuels. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
On second down, it's Snell. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Rudolph now to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you've won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rudolph looking to throw it to Switzer over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
It's a gain of 6.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it.
Johnson odds poke free. Football's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 11 now. Greer. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Greer looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Here's Greer, eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Now, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
Let's go. On the return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Hey, wahoo!
Now Rudolph on 1st down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here comes a 1st down throw for Rudolph. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again, it's Rudolph. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Rudolph throwing again. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.